You're listening to Swinger University with Ed and Phoebe, offering you the naked facts about swinging. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Hello, this is Ed.
And this is Phoebe.
Today we are comparing and contrasting the difference between three resorts: Temptations, Desire Riviera Maya, and Desire Pearl. We talk about food, entertainment, cost, resort size, and the most important thing, the percentage of swinger opportunity.
Absolutely. We'd also like to add that this is our own independent research and we're not being compensated for this review.
God, I wish we were being compensated for this review, or any of them, but no.
We're going to go in order of resort, which is oldest to newest. It also happens to be more affordable to more expensive. And each review is going to have a section, what the resort is like, what the demographic is like, the types of themes, entertainment, and music provided, what the food, pool, hot tub, and swinging is also like at each resort. So you'll be able to compare and contrast as we go along, or if you're taking notes.
Very cool.
Yep.
Well, let's start with Temptations. Temptations is the oldest resort in this group.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first one built, obviously, because it's the oldest. And I guess they call it the original resort. Like, that's the name for it, too. So people refer to it that way.
It was its original name, which is kind of funny that it was called the original resort.
Right. It's much, much older. Now, how much older? Do we know? How many years it is?
That I don't know.
Okay. So it's been around for a long time. I remember hearing about Temptations a long time ago. And I don't know that it started off as a swinger resort either.
No.
It was lifestyle friendly.
Lifestyle friendly.
And definitely clothing optional.
Well, this one now is topless only, so I'm not sure if it was ever clothing optional.
Maybe that's what it was.
This one is topless only.
And you can get a membership. And I think you can get a membership to all of these. Do we know what the cost is?
Well, the rooms are... No, I mean, you can look it up online. It varies.
Right.
Depending on the time of year and if they're running a special.
And whether you get like the deluxe membership or a member.
Yeah, the room size that you get, or whether you want the garden view or not.
Right.
So I didn't bother with that detail.
And I'm sure that by the time this publishes, who knows what the resort prices are going to be. They vary all the time, so
exactly,
your mileage will vary.
Exactly. But I have heard that because of the age, they are intending to renovate soon. So they'll be doing some upgrades.
Yeah, and that's because, in general, the rooms are small, old, and maybe not in the best shape.
Yeah, they're just I
older.
would say dated. Yeah.
Like Reno.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. They're very clean and pleasant. They're just, a little dated.
Sure.
So, the demographic is 20 to 30-year-olds. So if you want to go...
a younger set? A younger set?
Yes. If you want to go hang with the 20 to 30-year-olds and party all night and into the early hours, this is your spot to go. The cultures are very blended, so you have a nice mix of people. And, like I said, young, very hip, very happening,
Nice,
high
fresh,
energy.
Nice fresh livers, so probably lots of drinking.
Right. They can withstand all that. Yeah. Their entertainment, each night they have a theme. You will want to check with the resort before you go. They have it posted on the website, but it is an example of what the themes are, but they change all the time. So if you're interested in bringing a costume for that event or for that time frame that you're there, I would recommend call them, find out what the theme nights are. That way you can plan ahead of time.
A lot of techno and EDM music, so
Oh, yeah.
get your boots and pants on.
Exactly. Pool games are directed by the staff all day long. Really fun, sexy, titillating type of pool games. And they also have live entertainment and dancing in the evening.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Food. I like food. So the food is the same at Temptations, Riviera Maya, and Pearl. There's cafes, there's restaurants, there's an Asian fusion restaurant, there's a Mediterranean restaurant.
Yeah.
So a variety of food, and it's all inclusive. So
yes,
you can go to any of the restaurants that you want. And I think they serve all the time. The food is available, or of some
more so in the cafe. The restaurants usually have reservations,
specific hours. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And a dress code too for the
Yes.
restaurants.
Mm-hmm. And if you're interested in going to a specific restaurant while you're there, I recommend getting a reservation when you get there, when you check in, book it, and then you have it because they fill up fast.
Right.
And again, same with all the other resorts. Now, the pool has a swim up bar, which is super fun. I love that feature.
It's very cool.
And they have day beds that you can reserve around the pool, day beds around the pool, lounges around the pool, but you have to put your name in to RSVP those. Members are first served and non-members first come.
First serve.
Right. So you get a little perk there if you're a member of the resort. Now the pool closes at 11 p.m. and this depends a little bit on the time of year. I'm not sure exactly why, but this pool at Temptations stays open the latest. All the other resorts close earlier. Again, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's due to staff. I'm not sure. Maybe they found that a lot of people aren't in the pool late at night because they've been in all day long and they're playing.
Right.
Right. Or they're in the hot tub.
And the hot tub is there at the pool level. So
yes.
They're right next to each other.
Yeah. At Temptations, yes. For swinging, typically at Temptations, there's not a lot of swinging. You will get a lot of exhibitionists. And if you do get some swinging, it's more of an unplanned, drunken, swapping thing rather than a conscious decision to set out and swing. It's one of those.
We happened to be in the hot tub. We had a few drinks. One thing led to another.
It felt good at the time.
Oh, it was crazy. It was down in Cancun.
What stays in Cancun happens in Cancun, stays in Cancun. Exactly. So.
Accidental swinging.
Yep.
I just slipped and fell on his dick.
Oh my. All right, so that's Temptations for you. Now we're going to go up a little bit in price scale to Desire Riviera Maya. And this resort is the second oldest. It has 114 rooms. It is clothing optional. And it's a little more affordable than Pearl. So Desire owns two resorts, or there's two resorts with the name Desire, but one is Riviera Maya and the second one is Pearl. Maya came first. We're going to shorten that to RM. So RM came first, then Pearl. RM is a little bit smaller than Pearl. And they have two choices for room prices. You can either have garden or oceanside. I've heard both are fabulous, but the price point changes a little bit. This resort also has a membership option.
Demographic. So the age group for Temptations was, 20s, 30s. For Riviera Maya, RM, 30s to 50s, but we're kind of leaning more on the 40 to 50 side. And that typically starts to make sense with the more expensive kind of destination swinging events, lifestyle opportunities.
Yeah.
Because as income goes up, or responsibilities and costs go down because your kids have moved out, you're older,
right?
You've got more disposable income.
Yeah.
So they start taking more of your money from you at these other resorts.
Right.
So it starts to kind of weed down the population to an older group.
Right.
There's a higher Central American and Latin population, and not as many English speakers. So a lot of people from Mexico and South America and Central America come up to this resort as their destination. It's in their neighborhood, right? They just kind of travel up.
Exactly. So if you're not comfortable speaking, another language, or you are, or whatever your thing is, just know I like the challenge. I would be on Babbel trying to learn Spanish right before I went, but that makes you a little nervous. Maybe not your thing. If you don't really care, I could care less.
If
a
you're
wink
really
and a
into
nod
Latin
and a
people.
kiss and a touch, and that's all I need. You don't need to talk.
The international language.
Exactly.
We had a great time in Costa Rica with the couples that were local.
Yeah.
We didn't speak
Didn't understand a word.
hardly any Spanish. The
Didn't
Spanish
care.
that I remembered was from like 5th grade. So useless.
Yeah.
And we had a great time with them.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
That was fantastic.
It was fun.
Vacation.
Entertainment, theme, and music. Again, very similar to Temptations. Each night is a theme. Again, check with the resort before you go. The nightclub is... I'm not quite sure about the nightclub for Temptations, but RM does have a nightclub, and this nightclub is going to be bigger than Pearl. It is bigger than Pearl. People tend to dance a little bit longer, and the music is the same. So, I'm not sure why they tend to dance longer. Maybe because they're a little bit younger.
And
That's the way it was.
when you say the music is the same, are we still talking techno, EDM, or is it a little more well-rounded?
No. Same
Okay.
as the pool.
Boots and pants.
Boots and pants, boots and pants. Now, the food, not as pricey as Pearl, but you can pay for some upcharges. And the cuisine is a little more cultural. and not quite as gourmet as Pearl. So once again, starting to step up,
Get
but
some
not,
tears here.
right? Not quite as, upper tier as Pearl.
Sensing a pattern.
Yeah, we're ascending up,
Climbing the ladder.
climbing the ladder.
Pool's got a swim up bar again. It's a smaller pool than Desire Pearl, and members can once again reserve lounges and day beds by the pool. Non-members, first come, first serve. Members, first served. And the pool closes at 7 p.m., and that varies from time to time depending on the season.
Right.
So we started at 11. Now we're down to 7. So
Because we're older.
yeah, they expect most people to be asleep by 9, I'm assuming.
We got to get our sex on before the night is over.
Hey, and you know what? If the pool closes down and that means other activities start kicking up, I'm all in favor.
Exactly.
I like the pool as much as the next guy, but sun's down. I'm not trying to stay cool. I'm trying to get hot.
Speaking of hot, the hot tub, and which might explain where everyone goes after 7 p.m., is at the top of a long flight of stairs. So if you have any knee problems or balance issues because you drank a little bit too much that night, be
That's
careful.
never going to happen, I'm sure.
So it's great for watching the sunset, and the rooftop view is phenomenal. However, it takes a bit of a trek to get up there. You got to bring your backpack.
So drink moderately so that you can see the view. Otherwise, you're not getting up there.
You just get up there sober, you drink, and then, I don't know.
Hopefully somebody rolls you out of the hot tub. I don't know.
Find someone to carry you down.
That could be fun.
Right? Hopefully he's sober.
Yeah. That's a million hits on YouTube. Swinging. So, a lot of voyeurism, a lot of exhibitionism with your own partner. So it's kind of keep to your own, watch. It's sexy. It's hot to watch. It's hot to put on a show.
Ooh, ooh. Right.
Ooh, live sex.
Oh my God.
And groups or cliques kind of form. And people often arrive with friends or groups. And it's kind of hard to mingle when you go to... This is true of any destination. If
right.
a group of people have come together,
yeah,
you've got to break in.
Mm-hmm.
It's not impossible.
No.
Trust us. Swingers like making new friends, so don't feel awkward or embarrassed about going up and introducing yourself to a hot group of people.
Right.
Trust me, if they like you, are going to be just fine with that.
Right.
So
they should be. I mean, I do know that a lot of people stay in touch over the years. They've met once, they stay in touch, they coordinate the next time they're going to be there, and right. One lives in California and one lives in Ohio, and they just want to spend all their time with their new friends that they met a year ago, and that's the place they reconnect.
Absolutely.
So maybe they may not be as open to adding more people. It's a possibility. It's beyond me. I can't imagine, because
it's
more is better
for
me.
Conversation or maybe a drink. That's all I'm saying.
But some people just want to stick to who they know, and I'm like, the more the merrier.
Yes, we are definitely the more the merrier.
So, just beware. You could run into that.
Play areas.
Yes. Apparently, this play area is much larger than Pearl. It's less intimate in the sense that it's bigger, which is great.
More space.
More space. You get a little more voyeurs, And it tends to be more frequented because there are actually more people at the resort.
Which makes sense. Price comes down a little bit. More people can afford it. More people come in.
More places to play. Exactly.
And who doesn't like to watch?
I love to watch. Desire Pearl. Now we're at the upper echelon.
Crème de la crème.
This resort is the most expensive of all three. It is clothing optional. They do run daily specials on their website, 24-hour sales. So if you're interested in a sale, I would say put it on your daily calendar to look every day as part of your normal routine. Get up, brush your teeth, check your email, go to Desire Pearl, check for the special.
Right. Don't eat your cornflakes.
Don't even have your coffee.
Just
boom.
We'll get your coffee.
Oh, I forgot the bathroom. You gotta have a bathroom break in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Bathroom break, teeth, Pearl, then coffee.
In that order. And stay away from the cornflakes.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard they put something in there.
Right. And I think the other resorts also run these daily specials as well. So
a lot of places have daily specials.
Right.
There'll be they haven't booked all their rooms. They try and push the sale. Airlines do this.
Right.
Everybody does this. Hotels.com create an entire business because of this.
Yes. So there you go.
They try and pack the place.
And just like a cruise ship, as far as food and entertainment, only on land with far less people. So
Far less people.
yeah. Now, while this resort is clothing optional, you must be naked in the hot tub.
Wait, you can actually wear clothes in hot tubs? I wasn't aware of this. Is this a thing?
Yeah, it's called a bathing suit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought hot tubs were always naked.
I know. That's what your
always
parents
been the
taught
thing.
you.
It's always been the thing.
I know.
Nude beaches and all.
Yep. And most people don't leave the resort because, you paid a lot of money to get there. You paid a lot of money to stay there. And, you may choose to not get out and explore. So
Right.
decide if you're an explorer or a resorter. If you want to see more of the country, go for it. If you don't, then, don't.
And I suspect if it's anything like the cruise, if you do want to go on excursions, that you go on a planned excursion and work with your travel agent, work with the resort to find those. Because kind of
Right.
venturing out on your own, results will vary.
Right.
You may or may not get what you expect.
Right. Now, this resort has 88 rooms, so much smaller, but they are more spacious and larger. They are all ocean view, and that's part of the reason why there's fewer rooms, because of the way they designed the property. Every room on the bottom floor has a jacuzzi.
Oh.
Right?
More
I know.
naked.
I did get prices for Pearl. But again, it is gonna change.
Yeah. Specials.
Year to year, specials.
Year to
blah, blah, blah.
year, COVID.
Right.
It's all going to be different.
So I got prices for Pearl so that you can kind of see what the upper echelon price was and then figure out where you want to, focus your
So the
dollar.
cheap seat in the stadium,
Yeah.
$675 a night.
Yep. More than a cruise.
More than a cruise. And there's no option like an inside cabin versus a, deck level cabin versus whatever.
Right.
What is it? A
Port
balcony view?
Balcony, yeah.
$675. It's expensive.
Cheapest room. Not
That's
very
cheapest
many.
room. Most rooms are in the $700 to $800 range. We would classify that as very expensive. And then you can get a master suite for $850 a night, which isn't actually that much of a bump from the regular room. It might actually be worth the extra $50,
Right.
depending on what the amenities are.
Right. Spa services are available at this resort. They do cost extra, and they are the same as prices you would find in the United States. So that's considered very expensive for Mexico.
Right. Because if you go into, Costa Rica, Central America, Mexico, things tend to cost less.
Exactly.
Standard of living's lower, cost is lower.
However, you are guaranteed a happy ending for both men and women.
Oh, I did not know that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's kind of worth the price.
You're paying for the service.
Right. Although I guess you can get that here in the States.
It's
Probably
just,
get it downtown where we live, but you run the risk of it being raided by the cops. So
arrested. Yeah.
yeah.
Solicitation charges. It's tempting, but
It's tempting. Spa service reservations, do it early when you arrive because they fill up fast.
that's because of the cucumber water that they serve.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, or that are the happy endings, one of the two.
Thought it was the hot towel.
Yeah, the hot towel. That'd be a fun experience, just the whole happy ending thing.
I know. I think you would like it.
I would. No, I'd hate it. It would be terrible. Just torture.
You'd have to start out laying on your back because just the thought of it happening is going to get you hard
Oh,
the
I'd be hard the
second
whole
you
time.
walk through the door.
I'd be.
You're like, I have a tent now.
Hello, where do I lay?
You're like, let's just start with
Where
the
should I
happy
put this
ending.
thing?
Premier membership. You
Dun,
can
dun,
get
dun.
a premier membership now. This is quite a bit more expensive than the other resorts. It's a lot like a timeshare for $40,000 a year. You get a butler for your room every time you go. You're guaranteed a chair by the pool reserved for you. You don't even have to ask. You get 14 days in the penthouse and 300 guest nights in any other size room for the $40K.
Got it. So for $40K, you can have a bunch of guests come on your dime. I mean,
You can yes, I guess so. 300
guest nights. I mean, that's
yeah.
and it's probably like if a couple came, that's 2 guest nights. So 150 nights.
Times
That's a
week.
lot.
40, yeah.
It's like we'll have to do some math on that, and
We'll
then
do
we're going to
some
have to
math.
do an internet search for people who are looking for friends.
And if you have 40K just sitting in your pocket right now,
Yeah.
I'm sure you could figure that out.
Yeah, probably not a lot of people on that list. I'm not on that list.
We just bought a house.
But if you're on that list and you'd like to invite us, send us an
We're
email
down.
at swingeruniversity@gmail.com.
Because the more the merrier. Woohoo.
Hey, we're quite the entertaining couple.
All right. So then, if that wasn't...
We need like platinum music. It's not like dramatic music. It's not like dun dun dun. It's more like cha-ching. I don't know. Something.
Right. Okay. So talk about the icing on the cake, the creme de la creme.
Exclusive rooms, the villa.
Love.
Private pool and hot tub. So you got your own resort within a resort.
Only 8 rooms.
6-figure income to stay there. So I guess they check your tax bracket?
Well, usually people with a 6-figure income how do I say? If you have a 6-figure income, this won't be an issue for you. If you don't, it's probably going to be too expensive.
Well, yeah, if you have less than a 6-figure income, don't even bother. I get that.
But you can aspire. There's nothing wrong to
Yeah.
go for the dream. Go for the dream.
It's nice, but it keeps you somewhat isolated from the rest of the group, right? Like you're off in the VIP lounge. Everybody else is someplace else. They can't get in because
It's private.
this is like
Yeah.
bada boom, bada bing exclusive.
It's like a resort within a resort.
Right.
You have access to all the other amenities, but no one can come into your area where your rooms are, your pool, and your hot tub.
Now you can invite guests back, I'm sure, but
Probably.
you
They can't just
mix
wander.
and mingle, right? That target opportunity, not going to happen.
Right. The only mixing and mingling you're going to have is...
If you leave the mountaintop and
Yes.
go live with the villagers.
Yes.
All right.
But it has some advantages. So because a lot of people come with friends that they've met,
Right.
right? So they're like, hey, Joe and Susie and Frank and Charlize, that's 2, 4, 6, 8 right there. Do. We're all going.
You mean Muffy, Miffy,
Buffy.
Biff, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And they set a date and they all descend at the same time. And that's their thing.
Yeah, and it's great. Like if you
Right?
can afford this and you've got a bunch
It's
of
perfect
friends,
for a small group.
then you get to set up your own little exclusive party.
It's kind of
Cool.
cool. I kind of dig that idea. But it all depends on what you want, right? The world is your
Absolutely.
oyster.
And I would dig having that much income to be able to just have my own resort within a resort that's already
Right?
exclusive.
Bam.
But if you choose to mingle with the rest of the guests, you're going to have to leave the palace. So
Sure, yeah.
it really depends on how you swing. If you swing, what are you looking for? Are you looking for new? Are you looking for the strange? Something not the
strange.
typical, like your friends, your close group that you hang with all the time. If you're looking for something different,
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
it's going to be a little harder.
Right. All right. Demographic. Mostly Canadian American. A lot of white people, not a lot of cultural differences, not a lot of brown, not a lot of black, not a lot of tan, unless it's fake tan.
Yeah.
So I suspect this is because of,
Sadly, income.
yeah,
And it tends to be a,
unbalanced.
yeah.
Yeah. So your demographic will be 40 to 50 plus in age and more affluent people because of the cost of the rooms.
Right.
Entertainment, music, the themes, all the same as the other clubs. However, the nightclub is a little different. But before I talk about the nightclub, the lobby does have music from about 9 to 9:30, and I believe RM does this as well, and maybe Temptations. So there's
More
constant,
mingly kind of
yeah,
atmosphere-y kind of music.
this environment where they're encouraging you to mingle So it's really nice in that regard. It gets people to get together, to be active and engaged. So Pearl's nightclub starts after 9:30 when the lobby music has died off or is done. And it's really tiny. It's a very, very tiny dance floor. And honestly, not a lot of people go because it gets too packed. Too packed. People are too hot. It's uncomfortable. But what usually happens is they'll go for the show. So there's a stage and a bar, and those are really big. But the dancers will start, I don't know, about shortly thereafter 9:30. 9:30 to 10. And they put on a show for about 20 to 30 minutes, and it's incredible. It's sexy, it's hot, people love it. And then after it's done, everyone basically leaves and goes to the hot tub. So they don't really dance. They basically just go for the entertainment and
get a little warm up.
Now, this could change based on when you're there, right?
Crowd's different. Mood is different. Right.
And all of this will also change if the resort has a takeover.
Right.
So if you've got another swinger podcast that has booked the entire resort and they're doing a takeover, oh yeah. This is throw all this information out the window because that's a target-rich environment for all swingers.
Sure.
So your percentage of swinging is going to go up a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because of the podcast, and all swingers will go specifically to swing and to hang out.
Yeah. And we've listened to those other podcasts. Life on the Swing Set does a takeover. They'll do all kinds of activities.
I think Swinging Down Under might do one as well.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They'll do they'll do demonstrations, they'll do sibbing demonstrations, they'll do sporting demonstrations, interviews, all kinds of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of bring the party with them. So anytime you see an opportunity with a takeover, the group is going to be a little bit more, I don't know, active together.
Yeah, there's this different kind of synergy. It's just like, I don't know, kind of electric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get less random, if you will.
Yes.
It's kind of like going out to a nightclub when you know a band is playing, you know there's going to be more things going on.
Or you know that everyone likes that band, which is why they're there. So you're going to have more in common. Hence the takeover. Yeah. So if you want to gear your trip to a takeover, you can definitely contact the resort for when those times are set aside in the year.
Yep. They've got all that stuff listed.
Exactly.
Food is a little more gourmet. You can check the menu when you arrive, make reservation that day because, once again, restaurants are small, things book fast.
Yep.
It's a very transient community because people are arriving and leaving all the time. So when you get there, book your stuff.
Yep.
Don't necessarily follow the website for the menu. It's a sample. Call ahead if you want to know about the week that you are going. It'll be a little bit more precise. And the Pearl restaurant, different cuisine each night. So they rotate. French, Italian, Mediterranean. They also have is the name of the restaurant Suki?
Yep.
Okay. And it's an Asian fusion, Chinese, Vietnamese blend. They have a buffet, which is always super handy when you're not sure exactly what you want to eat. You want to like little of this, little of that. And then they have the Aphrodite, which is a casual grill environment, which kind of sounds like the cruise,
Right.
by the pool where they had hamburgers and hot dogs, and it was very picnicky.
Ding, ding, ding.
So if you just need that snack and
Yep.
you want to have a little burger to tide you over, Aphrodite.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's
service.
always room service,
Yes.
which is very handy when you've had a very late night doing who knows what, and you just need a little something in the morning.
Pool, music, EDM. The pool is bigger than Desire, RM, Riviera Maya. And it closes at 4 p.m., which is even earlier.
That's crazy.
I know. I think it's because people get ready for dinner. They go to dinner, they go watch the entertainment, and then they all just head to the hot tub.
It just got to be the way they've got things scheduled.
Yeah. The hot tub in this place is massive. And probably one of the reasons why the pool closes is because the hot tub's so big and everyone spends so much time in there in the evening. It's literally the size of a small house. It's huge. It's designed to be very cozy and intimate. So it has these little pockets where you can kind of, go off into this little nook and chat it up with another couple.
Canoodle.
Flirt. Yep. You must be naked in the hot tub.
Of course.
Of course. There are day beds all around. Fucking is not. Oh. Fucking is allowed in the hot tub. Sorry. Fucking is allowed in the hot tub and on the day beds around the hot tub. Yes.
So there you go. You can have fun at the hot tub.
Yes. But, typically there's a lot of finger banging and jerking people off in the hot tub. And one of my dear friends calls it swinger soup. So she doesn't like to get in it because it's a little bit much.
Little biological.
Yeah. But a lot of people do it. A lot of people have a good time, and you pick your poison. I mean,
With enough alcohol, it cleans everything, right?
right now, we're in the middle of COVID, so I'd rather probably take that over COVID. So,
Right.
yeah, I try not to think about the swinger soup part of it too much, but if I get a random sperm on my arm that probably honestly died 5 minutes before in the chlorine, I'm not going to worry about it too much because I'm more concerned about COVID.
Yes.
All right, Ed. Are there swingers here? Are they there? Are they anywhere?
Yes. Well, we don't know if they're still out there. If you're still out there,
I know.
let us know.
I
We
know.
haven't left our house in forever.
I know.
It's driving us nuts. There are established groups. People often arrive with friends, groups. We talked about the takeovers. It's kind of hard for new couples that don't know anybody. This is very typical on any kind of established community. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a, regular hotel takeover or a destination resort where people all, flew together to be there at the same time. You kind of got to break the ice and work your way into the crowd. So if you're shy, if you're an introvert, you'll have a hard time kind of breaking into a new group. But time to put your extrovert hat on, go introduce yourself to a couple couples and get in there. Didn't see a lot of people playing or swapping in public. So kind of plays into that whole group dynamic where people are coupled up already. They go back to their room, they have their fun, they come back to the pool to watch, be excited, titillated, etc.
Exactly.
50% of the people, rough statistics, are non-players. They don't play. They're not swingers necessarily. They're just lifestylers, if you will. They like the sexy environment and they just want to hang out and be naked around the pool. They like to watch people being sexy. It's
like the vibe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very liberating.
Yep.
But this is where it gets us. You're paying $700 to $800 a night, and you're not swapping. So you went to a swinger resort with a big swinger tax on it, but you're not
Yes.
going to swing.
A swinger tax. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Yeah.
Because you could have just gone to Temptations and seen topless
Right.
and gotten sexy,
Right.
but not paid that much. But I guess without the full swap or the sex
True.
in public,
You don't get
it's
to see
going to be
as
a little
much.
bit different.
You don't get the live porn.
Honestly, I don't know. It's expensive.
It's got its pros and cons. Some people will argue, well, why didn't you just go to a nudist resort? Well, there are kids there, and you don't see live porn, basically.
Yeah, and they do all kinds of stuff
So,
to spray you with cold hoses and stuff to keep you calm.
She does walk around with a whistle, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if she actually works there anymore.
She may not.
They called her the pool Nazi at one of these nudist resorts that we go to. And she hasn't been seen in a while, so I think they
may
retired her.
Sent her out to pasture.
Yeah. She'd literally blow the whistle at you if you were like hugging someone. You see a friend, right? Across the pool. Oh, hi, Jane. Oh, you go over and hug her. Tweet. There goes the whistle.
Yeah. It was very
I know.
abrupt. And she wasn't the most polite person either, which was a whole other thing. Anyway,
But anyway,
we digress.
sorry.
25% soft swap. So 50% are non-players, 25% are soft swappers. We've got 25% left. What's left? 5% hard swappers. And these are not actual statistics. We
Right,
didn't go
I
around
know,
with a
because
ticker.
obviously this doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Because we're missing some percentages here.
Hey, we don't do math.
But the hard swappers, it's pretty low at Pearl. So if you're looking to, buck somebody on your $700 to $800 a night swinger event for a whole week, you might have better luck in your hometown or one state over, paying a lot less for a hotel room and a night at the club.
Right.
So, I don't know. Again, depends on what you want and how you want to spend your money and all
Absolutely.
of that.
And there's advantage to this. Maybe you don't like boats.
Right.
Maybe you
Seasick.
just want to hang out by the pool in the hot tub and that's your idea of vacation. Drink a lot, watch sexy things, and you just want to relax.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Sure.
I totally get that.
And you go home with great stories and it re-stimulates your relationship, and that's just great.
Absolutely.
I love it.
There are 2 play areas. The hot tub, which is very large, and they do have a playroom. There's one playroom here. It's extremely tiny.
Tiny.
It's smaller than a hotel room, and it's just off the dance floor in the club. There's no beds. There's 2 couches, and
I've never seen anyone playing there.
no.
Yeah.
The entire week.
So, there you go. Special treats. You can arrange for a dinner in the middle of the pool. They set this platform up with a dining room table, all that. So you're literally floating in the pool. You get the sensation that you're floating in the pool. You're not. I mean, you are, but you're not.
You're probably standing at the bottom.
No, you're on top of the water, but it's so cool. Yeah. So that's pretty neat.
Now, is this in the castle or is this down with the villagers?
It's down with the villagers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's down with the villagers. Of course, that costs some money. It's an extra.
Ching.
You can have a balcony dinner in your room. So, it's like room service, but better, right?
Right.
Much better. They have wine tastings, and all of these things can cost up to about $700 per person.
Oh my God.
So depending on which one you pick, you might be spending $1,400 for you and your spouse.
Okay, so at the end of 7 days, we're up to $5,000.
Right. Plus your airline.
Plus your flight.
Plus your parking.
Yep.
Plus or Uber. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, throw in a few extras here and there. There's another, $3,000.
$3,000.
Well, because you do that twice in a week at $700 a pop. That's $1,400 and $1,400. That's almost $3,000.
Well, yeah. Well, you probably wouldn't do it twice.
I'm not going to do it twice at that. But, hey, there you go.
No, you might do it once for a special occasion.
Just for the thrill of it.
Save up. That's what I gotta say. If you want to do it, save up. Don't.
I got 2 cruises right here on my calculator.
Okay, wait. So do some math for us, Ed.
All right.
So let's just go, $800 a night.
Okay.
$800 a night per person. Times 7.
Oh, is that per person?
Oh, heck yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Times 2.
I think so. I don't think it's per couple. I could be wrong.
Well, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that. What's the number?
And how many nights?
7.
Ah.
A week.
So. It's only $11,000.
Okay, maybe it's not per person.
Yeah, I don't think it's per person.
It must be per couple. I'm so sorry.
$5,600 though. Oh, that's so much easier. We could just do that now. I've got cash right now that I can do.
But then you got to add about $1,500 for airline. And add another $300 for parking. Just say it's $300.
Gas,
okay, $200.
parking. Okay.
And then what you want this? Do you want to add
one
some
of those?
extras
That's
on?
$1,400.
$1,400. Okay.
Hey, $8,800.
It's under $10,000. You're all
yeah.
good. It's less than a new roof.
It's less than a car. Just.
It really depends on what kind of experience that you want to have. Identifying if you are a swinger or more of an exhibitionist or voyeur will help determine your choice as well as the place. All in all, we have heard each resort offers plenty of entertainment, food, and a really, really good time.
Absolutely. Fun place, good times. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Before you turn off our podcast to take care of all the vanilla things pulling you away, please reach out and give us a review. I know mashing a star is so much easier, but a review is so much better for sharing your love of what we're doing with others. We would appreciate it. If you want to share a personal story, ask us questions, or share your comments, you can contact us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com. Check us out at swingeruniversity.com, where you can find links to our Twitter and Instagram feeds. Thank you for listening to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment podcast.